Am I a functioning alcoholic? What is a functioning alcoholic? The classic situation of an alcoholic is an individual who constantly drinks with no idea that his life is falling apart due to this pesky habit. Sadly, this isn't always the right picture. Certain individuals seem to function perfectly even when they are abusing alcohol. As per experts, these individuals are best defined as functioning alcoholics. But what is functional alcoholism and what are its signs? Well, that is exactly what we are going to assess over the next few sections. What is a functioning alcoholic? The classic situation of an alcoholic is an individual who constantly drinks with no idea that his life is falling apart due to this pesky habit. Sadly, this isn't always the right picture. Certain individuals seem to function perfectly even when they are abusing alcohol. As per experts, these individuals are best defined as functioning alcoholics. But what is functional alcoholism and what are its signs? Well, that is exactly what we are going to assess over the next few sections. Who is a functional alcoholic? As we already mentioned in the previous section, functional alcoholics are people who overtly rely on alcohol and still have an excellent social life. These are not the individuals whose lives are falling apart due to alcohol abuse. Instead, they are comfortable in their respective lives, with a high-paying job, a great home, a loving family, lasting friendships, and great social bonds. Sadly, despite the facade of a happy social life, these individuals secretly indulge in alcohol, eventually damaging their health and relationships. As with any other form of alcoholism, functional alcoholism is a condition that might range from mild, moderate, and finally severe. As per most experts, it is still classified as alcohol abuse even when it is deemed mild. Functional alcoholics do not act or behave the way normal alcoholics act. Instead, they appear to be highly responsible and productive in both professional and social lives. They can be high achievers or also individuals in a lofty and powerful position. His success alone might lead others to ignore his problematic drinking habits. This individual can also be in complete denial. Like others around him, he might naturally assume that he isn't an alcoholic just because he has excellent professional life, is capable of paying his bills, and have plenty of friends. He might also resort to excuses like he only indulges in extravagant wine or that he hasn't lost anything or suffered any major setback due to his drinking habits. But despite these signs, it is important to understand that this person isn't doing fine. No one can be a heavy drinker and yet manage to maintain their responsibilities over an extensive time period. If someone has developed a habit of drinking heavily, this very habit will catch up and destroy their lives sooner or later. So, if you find yourself asking the question, "Am I a functional alcoholic?" it is high time to reassess your behavior and get your drinking habits in complete control. Most functional alcoholics are in denial when they are confronted for the first time. So, if you have a loved one who you think is dealing with the issue, take some time and encourage them to seek help at the earliest. Am I a heavy drinker? For women, heavy drinking is when you have more than 3 drinks a day or 7 every week. When it comes to men, it is 4 per day and 14 per week. If you find yourself drinking more than the given amount, there is a high chance that you are indeed into heavy drinking. What are the signs of functional alcoholism? The signs of functional alcoholism might differ depending on your age, gender, and body structure. There are still, however, some basic signs that you should look out for. In this section, we will discuss all about them. In the following section, you will find a list of surefire signs that directly indicate that you're a functional alcoholic. You keep insisting that you have a major issue with alcoholism and joke about it. You need alcohol for relaxing or feeling confident. You sneak alcohol to movie halls and every other spot you shouldn't take it. You drink when everyone else is sleeping or not at home. You have faced legal issues with drinking. You get drunk even when you didn't plan to. You drink during the mornings when you are all by yourself. You deny drinking to your loved ones, hide your bottles and get angry when someone confronts you about it. You do things that cause your loved ones to get worked up but constantly deny it. You fail to accept that you do indeed drink more than you should. What are some other signs to look out for? Other major signs of functional alcoholism are listed below. Drinks like they were in college. When we are in college and get the first taste of alcohol, most of us go overboard with it. We want to be the first ones to attend a party and the last ones to leave it. After a point, we understand our problematic behavior, and with work and professional life, we do not indulge in alcohol as we used to at one point. Sadly, some people do not follow suit. Some individuals still drink like their freshman year even in mid-30s. They are fully aware of their responsibilities and might behave normally the following day, but when it comes to drinking, they cannot resist at any point. High alcohol tolerance. If you can drink more than anyone else you know without any visible signs, there is a high possibility of you being a functional alcoholic. Functional alcoholics often get massively drunk, without showing any visible sign of intoxication. So, if you do not stagger or slur your speech even after several rounds of alcohol, there is a high possibility that you are indeed dealing with functional alcoholism. Functional alcoholics do not get unpleasant or even belligerent while they are drinking. They are more of happy drunk kind of individual who wouldn't even incur the slightest suspicion simply because they can hold themselves up so well. Drinks every day. A high-functioning alcohol might be doing excellently at their jobs. They might be go-getters who are achieving and succeeding, every single day. However, as soon as they are done with the workday, they'll be the first ones to head at the bar. Alternatively, they'd head home and the first thing they do is make a drink for unwinding. Over the next few hours, they'll drink their first 2 or 3 drinks quickly and get back to their daily errands. If due to some unforeseen event, they have to stay longer at work or have to participate in anything that comes in the way of their drinking regime, they'll be increasingly irritable. Drinking is a major part of their lives. A functional alcoholic will constantly talk about drinking because it happens to be a major part of their lives. Owing to this reason alone, these individuals stand out as a driving force behind many office parties and drinking sessions post-work. These individuals will also show off about their drinking bouts to the people they know. Lastly, most of the photos in their online albums will be at bars or will have something to do about drinking. A functional alcoholic is so fond of alcohol that they will naturally try avoiding events that do not involve alcohol. They will always splurge in economy-size bottles simply in order to ensure that they are fully stocked at all point. Laughs and jokes about her habits. As we already mentioned in the last section, a functional alcoholic will joke about her heavy consumption of alcohol. They will joke about drinking simply in a bid to validate it. Yes, any kind of humor associated with alcohol abuse is but a feeble attempt at validating that the concerned individual is in complete control of their drinking. Like every other alcoholic, they will deny having a real issue. If, however, this individual is confronted about their heavy drinking, they will immediately get defensive and annoyed to the extent of being belligerent. People overlook their symptoms. Most people choose to ignore the signs of a functional alcoholic because they are widely loved and revered among their peers. Alternatively, this ignorance can also stem from the fact that they are now in a position of power. So, those around this individual will simply laugh about the concerned person's unnecessary bouts of drinking. The worst part is while most people will ignore this habit at the face value, they will be secretly aware that the person in question has a major issue. Withdrawal is taxing. A functioning alcoholic himself will have a slight awareness of their problem. Despite being functional, they will realize this very act of functioning properly is getting increasingly difficult. They will notice symptoms of withdrawal, especially when they are drinking. They will shake, get nervous or experience a strong urge to drink every time they are drinking at their given hour. These individuals will also experience memory blanks. They will need makeup for covering their flushed face and dark circles. They will be in awareness of their issue but still fail to address or acknowledge it. Bottom line. Now that you have a clear insight into alcoholism and functional alcoholism, we are confident that you will be able to identify an individual battling with the issue from the very signs. Remember, alcoholism in any form can have a damaging and detrimental impact in your life. So, if you are dealing with functional alcoholism or know someone who is experiencing a similar issue, seek help immediately. Please like, comment and share. Thank you. Don't forget to visit our website by clicking on the link below.